looking back into the last 30 episodes, 3 of my guests actually have PhD that are doctors. So an idea popped up because I want this episode to be about effective communication. Now, there are high-achieving people like all of the doctors or people in niche areas like kinesiology or life coaching or all of these things. One of the things I notice in common is that they are all very effective communicators. They talk about what they do, engage well. I think that's another topic that would be very useful even for daily life. Can you describe your first jet lag?
My first trip overseas was visiting my sister who lived in Los Angeles at the time. We did the kangaroo hop, so I flew Melbourne to Auckland to Honolulu to Los Angeles.
Oh
my. I was actually living in Canberra, so I left really cold winter in Canberra to record-breaking heat wave midsummer in Los Angeles. I was tired.
Yeah.
My sister was actually worried about me.
Were you sick? Were you having...
I was tired. I wasn't actually ill, but I was very tired. And, of course, I didn't know what I know now. I stayed inside, which is the worst thing you can do.
For that experience from Canberra to Los Angeles, that would have been east.
That's right.
So if, hypothetically, if she was visiting Australia, then she would be flown westward.
And the other thing is, let's say you, like I did some years ago, fly to Denmark. And in winter, I went on an exchange program there. And it was advertised as summer school, but of course, summer school here is Vinterskolen in Denmark. Not much sunlight.
No.
The sun, rises.
You got an hour.
I had about 6 hours of sunlight, but it was very low in the sky, and then sets at 3:00. And I took photos around the harbour. And people said, was that a sunset? No, that was the middle of the day. That's as high as the sun got.
That's the only sun that you will get.
That was it. That was peak daylight.
Without the sunlight, without that exposure to the sun, that can really affect someone's mental health.
Yes. Now that's a separate thing. That's seasonal affective disorder.
Talk about that Titanic movie. That bitch threw the diamond into the ocean. It's a diamond. It's a diamond. We have a cost of living crisis here. It's a diamond. I can so see myself putting it on the diving suit and just go, I'm coming.
Oh, Rachel, my precious. Yes.
Oh gosh, I so will. I learned something new by talking to Jen and STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. It's not only lab coats and academics, isn't it, Jen?
That's very true. It's all about breaking down that jargon into something that the audience can understand. So very much a marketing angle around knowing your audience and who they are so that you can communicate effectively with them, which is something as STEM professionals we need to be able to do effectively. And often being able to break it down for a grade 5 and 6 students can really open up a whole new perspective on your STEM and give you new ideas of where to go in the future too, which has been actually what some of our STEM professionals have experienced.
I can imagine, because sometimes that we can, even whoever you are, that basically it's as an adult working in a space for an extended period of time, you will create a bit of silo for yourself unintentionally, but just having this interaction with someone completely outside of your space or outside of your age group, you can actually really break down what you're working on and having just a human conversation and connect and hopefully inspire.
Yeah, it's breaking down that silo in your own brain to see it from a completely different angle and just changing it around, opening up new insights for yourself that you didn't actually realize possible, which is fantastic.
The definition of data, information, and knowledge.
If you take it even back before data, so computers are made up of just bits of information, right? A bit of information is data. So on its own, there's not much you can do with it with data. So we say that data are simply facts or figures, pieces of information, but not information itself. And we know we can collect data quantitatively or qualitatively. So we can go and do a survey and then we can analyse that, which is quantitative, or we can interview like we are, which is qualitative. And getting back to that, I've always been a big numbers man, but after 2 years into PhD, I realised that quantitative was never going to answer the question of how can we increase innovation and competitiveness. So I went to qualitative and started doing interviews. So the data on its own doesn't have much value. Information is where you're presenting the data. So you might write a report, you put it in a thesis, you put it in a presentation. We know that we can store our information, we can reproduce it, we can publish it, but information on its own is not knowledge. Okay.
Something a little bit frustrating as marketing managers or people look after marketing. You come across people who just want a marketing plan and then just get you to run for it for a few months and then get some new graduate to do it. But the thing is, you do need the legwork, you do need the experience to develop that little instinct to make things work.
We've become really, really demanding and selfish as knowledge consumers now, that we expect to learn without actually becoming knowledgeable. So the transfer of information to knowledge is where you have to give effort.
If you have unlimited resource to make a streaming special or a series, or like Netflix series or something like that, what would you like it to be about?
Oh, well, I would really like the end of Firefly to happen. So a TV series that got cut short. So that one. Also to the Expanse series, that would also be very helpful, but at least there's a book series that goes along with that one, so that's not as bad. So I'd probably go to finish off Firefly.
Well, they did a movie called Serenity, isn't it?
They did, but I mean, they kind of, it's not quite...
Not quite there.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's true. I'm like, I would really like an end to that bit of the story. Would be nice. Yes.
Oh yeah, I spend a lot of time talking about pop culture with my guests as well. And here's some of them.
Eurovision.
Yeah.
Yes. I have to get up at 5 a.m. to watch Eurovision.
Well,
I don't have to. I could stay and watch the repeat, but someone always spoils the surprise. I'd rather watch it live now, but I don't watch it with people. I'm sort of in my lounge room with the heater on under a doona, half asleep, and then waiting for some fantastic song to wake me up. Last year's Serbia, thank you.
There you go.
The Serbian guy just blew me away at crazy o'clock.
Well, I mean, that's another challenge. Like, for all of those Eurovision fans out there,
yes.
That's another thing you need.
Well, the closest Eurovision we've ever had has been in Azerbaijan.
Oh, yes.
Baku. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're the east.
The most easternmost, yeah.
Yeah, the most east.
If you were a superhero, what would your superpower be?
Oh. It's a good question. Previously I would like to say mind reading, but I think that was the people pleaser in me. But what would my superpower be?
Do you really want to read people's mind? I mean, if you think about it, I mean, just kind of like, do you really want to deal with that many people? I mean, sometimes after work, I just change into my PJs and pretend that I'm one of the Golden Girls. I mean, you just don't want to deal with them. It's like, I have to hear your thoughts too. Oh, fuck off.
Well, I don't really mind my thoughts now, but probably in a past where I was like, ooh, what's this person thinking about me? But now I don't mind so much. So probably not mind reading. Maybe something like, have you ever seen The Avengers?
Yes.
Oh, like Wanda.
She's my favorite too.
I love her.
I love her. I was like, the second Doctor Strange movie should have been renamed into Scarlet Witch and Everyone's Fucked.
Yes, I cried so much in that movie because I just felt like she was just misunderstood.
I was crying through the second half of WandaVision. It's like that's a perfect series. That was a perfect series. I mean, Marvel didn't expect her to become a huge hit, but it is what it is. They're losing out. I
love her. Do you know, I think it's a really good reminder though. Like, she had that power within her. She knew how to use that power herself. She couldn't hear it. She was tuned into a different frequency.
See? She should have she should have employed you.
She should have had a kinesiologist.
Exactly. It's like, oh, that's what Jimmy missing. It's not Agatha that she needs. She need a kinesiologist.
It's me. Yeah.
If you have unlimited resource to make a streaming special or movie or series, what do you think it would be?
Does it have to be new, or can I remake something?
Oh, well, up to you. It could be a remake.
My favorite, and I'm rewatching it literally right now, I'm on the final season, is Lost.
Oh.
That's just, for those that never watched it, younger people, go watch it. For those that are older, that are laughing or just saying, rewatching it has been amazing. You pick up on so much more. I think it's the best drama that's ever been made.
Last season, actually, especially the finale, when everyone came back in that.
Well, don't give it away.
Oh yes. Sorry. But then it's like, yeah. What's the biggest misconception about your area and that you would like to break?
Oh, okay. So I work on antibiotics, and often in the general public, people will feel that because they haven't taken antibiotics, antibiotic resistance will not be a problem for them. But unfortunately, it's actually the bacteria or the fungi that become resistant to the drug that we're using. So despite your use, it doesn't matter, because we can pick up infections, bacteria from the environment that are already resistant to the drugs that we potentially want to use. And that is what I want to change the knowledge about, is that antibiotic-resistant infections are a global problem facing humanity that we all need to be scared about, because they are probably going to be potentially the next pandemic, and they're already set to outpace cancer, killing 10 million per year in less than 30 years. So hopefully, taking care of the antibiotics that we have, prevention is better than a cure, hence wash your hands, prevent the infections from happening, and hopefully then we can keep our antibiotics that are already on our pharmacy shelves there for when we need them in the future. So not asking for antibiotics when you just have that common cold that is a virus and won't actually be helped by the antibiotics as well. And just using good old plain fashioned soap for washing your hands.
Yes, you can have a car insurance, but it doesn't mean that you want to hit the car to a wall or something like that.
So you're going into a restaurant. We often don't consider washing your hands before you start eating your meal. Such an easy thing to help prevent infections. And because we're lucky enough to have easy access to running water and soap, we can do that. Yeah.
So see, everyone, wash your hand. How do you keep your momentum going?
I'm one of those people who does lists. Yeah. I make my lists, and I've got targets. I've got scheduled. This interview is in my schedule, and color-coded squares, everything. This had a red square. So I turned up, then I got the tick, and then I have a whole lot of red squares. So I manage my time, and I look at my goals. I think I sort of naturally went to project management in the pharmaceutical industry, even though I wasn't a project manager as such. And just looking at schedules and timelines, I like structure.
Wow, that's actually.
And I start every day with a brief meditation.
That's good. That's a very
just to sort of break, stop, pause, and then off into the day.
You just have that little
that little
starting
pause.
point. Yeah, exactly.
I want to take the opportunity to thank all of the guests that appeared in the last 30 episodes. It is such an interesting project, and I am sharing this because I am planning the 2026 series with new guests coming up. I think I'm going to have another one of these, maybe a compilation or maybe a reflection episode coming up before I launch my new one. But anyway, stay tuned, and thank you for listening.